Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Beth and Rick Olsen's life changed forever the moment a drunk driver ran a red light and hit their van at 80 miles per hour, killing both of their kids, Jessica and Joshua. Traditional healing methods weren't working for the Olsens, so they tried something different, and it led them to Peru.
Their new book, We Never Left You, is the story of their journey during that first year their children were gone. Today, they are here because they want to help others who've gone through a tragic experience as well. Thanks for being here, both of you.
Nice to meet you both.
Thanks for having us.
80 miles an hour, you were struck. Explain a little bit what happened that day.
Well, we were just a normal family. We were at home talking, and we decided we should go to the mall and look for fencing. We just bought a new puppy for our children, and Rick had to build a fence and keep that crazy puppy in line. And so we jumped in the van and drove to the mall, and we didn't make it. We were at an intersection. We started hearing sirens, and so my husband Rick, driving, he waited to go into the intersection. He wanted to see what the sirens were for. So as he went through the intersection, we didn't know what hit us until afterwards, but David Ramish came flying through the intersection at 80 miles an hour and hit the back of our van. It was a loud noise, and I turned around to ask my children, what was that noise? And that's when I saw that they were gone. They were dead.
Were both of you hurt? Were either of you hurt in the accident?
I was unconscious and had some internal bruising, but outside of that, no.
How about you?
I was fine. You know, I know to this day I was held in place by angels. You know I was kept safe because reconstructionists said we both should have died. And all of us should have died in that accident.
What happened to the driver, the other driver, who was drunk at the time of the accident?
He ended up going to jail. He's recently gotten out, on parole.
And this happened in 1999.
1999.
You had 2 children, so you lost all of your children at that time.
We were childless, yes.
How old were your children then?
Our oldest, Jessica, was 9, and Joshua was 7.
Okay.
There's a nice picture of the family as well. What happened next? You went through some healing. You felt like they never left you.
Well, what happened was we needed some hope. We really needed to figure out how to go on, and so I have a very dear friend who is a medium, and I called her instantly, and we met with her, and she was able to give us proof, which is actually chapter 6 in the book, called The Chicken in the Basket, that our kids were still with us, and that they were just spirit. They just weren't in physical body anymore.
And when you say proof, it's that there was something you asked, and then it happened?
Yes, it's called The Chicken in the Basket, and is something that I had a conversation with Joshua before the accident, and she was able to relay that Jessica wanted it.
Huh.
So, yeah, it's a neat chapter, my favorite.
Is it hard to discuss sometimes with people because they're reluctant to believe that in things like mediums and that after death people live on as spirits?
Well, we've talked with people about that, and if you go back when your loved one passes, if you go back and look at it, there's always a series of coincidences that have to align in place for that all to happen. For us, there was so many things that occurred just prior to the accident and at the accident site that we knew that this was meant to happen. And if you go back and look at it, you can see all those signs that are there and point to the fact that it was meant to happen, and there are signs afterwards as well that your loved ones are trying to get back in touch with you and let them know that they're still with you.
That's such a wonderfully comforting thing, you know, and I think as a married couple, a lot of parents who lose children have a difficult time staying together. As a couple, what has kept you two together? Is it the faith? Is it the belief that they're there? Is it the fact you had more children? What has kept you as a couple so strong?
I think what you even mentioned is all of that. Plus, we also realized that if our marriage ended, then not only did we lose our 2 children, but the Olsen family really would be dead. It would be gone. And so we knew we were soulmates for forever, and we decided that we could do this again. You know, and that is actually even in the book, because we had gotten a dream to, we both got the same dream to have another child. So it's been a journey. Yes.
And you've had 3.
There they are.
So you have 3 children now. What are their names and how old are they?
Gabriel Joshua is 15.
Okay.
And then there's Benjamin James, and he's 14, and Grace Jessica is 11.
How do you talk to them about the siblings that they never met? And how is that a part of their lives?
We made an effort in the beginning to not have the loss of Jess and Josh affect how we were going to raise and have that big of an impact from a sadness standpoint.
Or fear.
Correct.
Yes.
On the kids we were going to have. They know that they have a brother and sister. For a while in our house we had a room that had their belongings in it, but at one point we put those belongings away and let Gabe have that room. So they know we have a brother and sister, they know they're there, they know our beliefs about it, and they accept them.
You're starting a bereavement group. Is that to help other parents that have lost children?
It's to help anybody who has had a loss. We believe that we're taught, I'm a Catholic, so we were taught eternal life. Well, what does that mean, truly mean? We're never really taught that. I believe that we are all still spirit. We just don't have the body. We're still here. So our bereavement group actually starts tonight, so it's going to be a very busy day for us. We're very excited about it because it's just to get people talking. So many times after death, people don't talk about it. And it's just share ideas, share what are your thoughts about the hereafter, what is your thought about heaven. You know?
We've run out of time, but just quickly in a nutshell, the key to your healing you would say is what?
The key to our healing is twofold. One, there's hope. If you understand that your view of death is different and that people are energy and they do move on, this isn't finality, then you understand that there's more there and your loved ones are not gone forever. You have a chance to still be with them.
I believe the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful,
Really
you
nice
guys.
to meet you both. It's
Nice
so
to meet
nice
you.
of you to share your story.
Do you have the bereavement group information on your website?
We do.
Okay, and the website will give you so that you can either join the group or you can get a copy of the book. It's weneverleftyou.com. Beautiful story of hope.
And just quickly, where is the bereavement meeting tonight?
We're at the Generations Building in Plymouth, Wisconsin.
Wonderful.
6:30.
6:30
Yes.
tonight.
Thanks
Great
for
to
being
meet you
here.
both.
Good to
Yeah,
meet
thank
you.
you.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
us.
Absolutely.